Why do you think it's so hard for minorities to accept therapy as a tool to better their mental health? Who want to go first?
It's also, we never saw a therapist that looked like us, that could relate to us.
Yeah, y'all wasn't with me in the classroom getting random.
What is
Right
that?
there.
Psychology
Today.
Hey, that's a shameless plug right there. Psychology Today. If you need a therapist,
Yeah.
check it out. I'm gonna check it out today. But do y'all feel like everybody needs a therapist or not? 'Cause I feel like a lot of times people use these terminology they don't know about. They're talking about massage therapy. That's different. I don't know men, rubbing my legs down. I'm like, yo, right there. Like, I ain't really with all that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I know.
1, 2, 3. Perfect movement. That's what I'm talking about. So here we are getting the cast. I got
Kelly. Emmy.
Akeem.
and it's Jeff. What you want to talk about, yo?
What would you like to talk about, Jeff?
Yeah, I got something to talk about this time.
Okay.
I had a question for y'all. Why do y'all think it's so hard for minorities to accept therapy as a tool to better their mental health? But before we answer the question, let's take a little drink, a little cheers it up,
Cheers.
sip it up, cheers it up. Cheers. So we gotta, get our minds right.
Or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
How you look at it?
Horrible. I like that. Actually, we gotta add that.
We're gonna keep that for
We're gonna keep that one.
Damn, my drink is stronger than the mug.
We gonna get our minds right or wrong.
Yeah. I be wrong a lot. So the question is, why do you think it's so hard for minorities to accept therapy as a tool to better their mental health? Who want to go first?
I can start.
Okay, go ahead. Speaker.
I think that it's not common growing up. Like for us, people our age, it wasn't common to speak about therapy in your household.
Okay.
And it's like, at least in like where I'm from, it's like, oh, you need therapy? Oh, you crazy. And it wasn't even, it's just you're crazy. There's like no logic explanation as to why they think that. They're like, or it's like, oh no, you don't need that. It's just life. You're fine. You don't need that. You'll get over it. You'll
be all right.
Yeah, you'll be okay. You'll get over it.
Oh. Okay, I like that. I don't like that, but I
I get what you're saying.
you know what I mean?
I think there's a lot of reasons. I think growing up, a lot of times, especially with families, they didn't want our outside business told to somebody else, because a lot of times we didn't necessarily go to therapists, but it was like counselors or something like that. Next thing you know, your family getting breaking up because you talking about some deep stuff to the wrong person.
Yeah, you got to report that shit.
Yeah, now they reporting stuff and things going on.
And
And so they were like, no, what happens in the house stays in the house. And I think also, and then I'm not going to keep going on a tangent, but I think it's also, we never saw a therapist that looked like us, that could relate to us. So it's like, yeah, I could talk to you, but if you have a woman who all right, so me, a black woman, you got a white woman who's never seen the things I've seen, done the things I've done, you in your mind be like, she can't relate, she don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? How can you help me? And I think that kind of deters people from even wanting to go to therapy.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
About you, partner?
One thing I would definitely say is money, because it's becoming a lot more affordable now. But before
You're right. I agree.
You ever see a therapist check, nigga? I thought about changing my career, but I said I don't care enough for that.
Yeah. I don't care about you with that.
No, it's just, go ahead, my bad. I ain't even,
But definitely I think money was a big factor for the longest time. So I just leave it at that for now.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to
That makes
continue.
sense, though.
Yeah,
No,
that
it
makes
does.
sense. Yeah, I think a lot of times, like Kel said, we don't relate to them, or we probably can't relate to them, or we're afraid of the repercussions that come from therapy. I think for me, what I was thinking, when it was harder for me to even think about therapy, is because I don't like being vulnerable with people, especially when I fucking know you. I don't want to talk to your ass, bro. How am I comfortable?
Yeah.
And then I always saw therapists as females all the time. I want a male therapist, because at the end of the day, y'all gonna have some good shit to tell me. But there's certain things that I'm talking about that y'all never experienced before at all, guaranteed.
Yeah.
So it's where my mind is, I know that y'all can't relate to it, so y'all can't really give me a perfect opinion of what I want to hear.
Yeah, y'all wasn't with me in the classroom getting random bonus and shit. No,
cover the folder and shit. That's happened a lot in middle school. I used to feel like a weirdo. I'm like, damn, nigga, I don't know what's going on, but I got to stand and have a conversation with these people and shit. I just carried a little binder in front of me and shit. Because it just wouldn't go away. But anyways, y'all, there's certain things that y'all can't relate to as women and as men. So I feel like I always want to see a male therapist when it comes to mental therapy. Now you're talking about massage therapy? That's different. I don't know men, rubbing my legs down. I'm like, yo, right there. I ain't really with all that. But when it comes to therapy though, I would rather have a male therapist. Also, the thing, niggas that stop playing with you. Like, they want you to come in. Like, if I ask you, like, yo, you take my insurance and shit, and you tell me, just come in, we'll talk about it. No, fuck all that talking.
Right.
We ain't talking until you guarantee my insurance covering at least half of this shit.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy now, and we didn't have this when we were growing up, but like you go onto the website like Psychology Today, you can search based on your location, the type of insurance they take, all of that stuff, and you can message them right then and there. Hey, do you take my insurance? Do you do this, that? And you can have a list of therapists.
What is
right
that?
Psychology
Today.
You
can, hey, that's a shameless plug right there. Psychology Today. If you need a therapist, check it out. I'm gonna check it out today.
No, seriously. Like I found like I was talking to my sister. Shout out to Tara, who is a therapist.
You throw her name out there?
Yes, I'm gonna throw her name out there.
Tara go hard.
Tara go hard.
She go hard, and she's been smart for a minute.
And she was saying, especially for like a lot of minorities, she's like in urban settings, like big cities, you'll find a different variety of therapists, like you know, Black, Hispanic, whatever. She's like, when you get to certain areas, you're not going to find them as much, especially Black ones, if that's what you're looking for, or Hispanic. But like you go to Miami, you'll find a Black male therapist. Like I've seen a lot in Broward and Miami.
Word?
Yes, they're the ones. And now with technology, there's
you
can do it online.
Yeah,
you can sit
consultations.
virtual. You could be like, oh, we'll maybe meet in person once a week or once a month, and then we'll do maybe a couple visits here and there. So it's like nowadays people are realizing like our generation needs some help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time now is that with social media, everybody thinks they're a therapist.
Exactly. That's coming up next. That's my next question. Why do y'all feel like, not why do y'all feel like, but do y'all feel like everybody think they're a therapist or not? Because I feel like a lot of times people use these terminology they don't know about. Like they're talking like they know what the fuck they're talking about. Like even with simple comments like, old girl, or not old girl, but you know,
Dr. Cheyenne
Bryant. She said some things on the thing with Cam, and I'm like, yo, there's been plenty of people talking about this shit in the wrong way. Like even I don't like some of the terminology she used. Like I hate hearing this high value, high function and shit.
Right.
Like, because at the end of the day, what is considered that?
Right.
Like, what is considered high value? Are we talking monetary or talking about mentally? Because there's certain things a rich nigga can't tell me. Because some things get rich off of just being athletic. Still be a dumbass behind closed doors.
I think that's what I got confused about, too. And she would use that because she would be like, yeah, you can be, you know, a high value but low functioning, which means, yeah, you may have the wealth and the status, but low functioning means mentally you're not.
Is that truly value, though?
I don't know.
That's my problem with it. Because
we don't
at the end of the day, like, if like, we talking about wealth, we talking about health.
Right.
Because, like, mentally, the motherfuckers can be high value, but considered low value because they're not fucking rich.
Right.
So that's a problem for me. I know she's a smart person. I'm not taking that from her at all. I just feel like people who watch this shit are gonna take that and run with it.
Yeah, they use the terms way too loosely.
Way too loosely.
Right.
They don't even know what the hell they're talking about.
I think
so
they
rather just repeat stuff.
Yeah,
people weaponize it. That's what they do. Like the term trauma. People weaponize trauma.
And gaslighting.
And gaslighting.
It's
like,
gaslighting is everywhere now. And it's just like, I don't think that's what that means. Like, not in the way you're using it.
Yeah, I've been called a gaslighter before. I'm like, damn, for real?
Really?
So I thought we was being transparent. Now I'm gaslighting you because I told you what it was before it happened.
Really?
Crazy work.
That's
if
weird.
you're involved in the situation, I don't see how it's
I was
gaslighting.
involved in the situation for sure.
Oh,
I was
okay,
part of the situation, but I also told her what it was when it wasn't.
Okay.
I mean, I told her what it was from the start, and then things happened like I said it would happen, and all of a sudden, you made me feel like I was crazy. I'm like, okay, I got you.
Because like I've understood the term gaslighting to be somebody who's purposely manipulating something you know is true. So if I was like, Jeff, the sky is blue right now, right? It's blue. We clearly can see it's blue. Like, nah, Kelly, it's just not blue.
Nah, I hear what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
And
then you're like, why would you even say it's blue? You know what I mean? Because now you're like, you're trying to make me feel a certain type of way. Like, why would you even say that?
Yeah.
It's not blue, Kelly.
Nah, see, the thing was, my situation was, it was the situation going on where, because things where they were, this was irrelevant. Things changed, then it became irrelevant. So because things changed, they became irrelevant. She thought that because she was right a year ago, that was like, oh no, you was gaslighting me because you was saying this wasn't a thing. I'm like, no, it's a thing once your ass left the state. God damn it! Like, of course, it's
that
a thing
wasn't
now.
gaslighting at all. She used that
Yeah.
wrong.
No,
She used it loosely.
the term was
Yeah,
misused.
it was-
I know,
The way
but it
that
happens
you
a
were
lot, though.
explaining it, that example, that's what that means.
Right.
I know what it is.
Nah.
I'm just saying that's what I was told. I'm
Yeah,
gaslighting.
but like you said,
I was
people
called
just
narcissist
use
one
it.
time. I'm called narcissist too. I'm like, y'all stop using
No,
that
that's
shit.
another one that's used
I
a
hate
lot.
that shit.
Like there are very
Everybody-
specific
Everybody's
criteria
narcissist. No,
to be
exactly.
a narcissist. Very specific.
People can manipulate your ass, but don't mean they're narcissistic.
And they can have tendencies, but that
Yeah.
doesn't make them a narcissist.
Exactly. I was called a shit too.
That's crazy.
I've been called mad shit over the years. They're like, yo, Jeff, why you dial it back so much? I'm like, because y'all keep getting accused of shit that I ain't doing right now. So I'd rather just, you say your shit, I accept it. All right, good. Live your life, man.
Yeah, I've had people like, I won't tell somebody about themselves, but I'll be like, maybe look at it this way. And then they're like, oh, how you going to tell me about my trauma?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not trying to tell you about your trauma. I'm just literally saying,
giving you a different
maybe
perspective.
it was, yes, a different perspective. Maybe it might not be as what you thought it was in that moment. Maybe you created a certain scenario that made it this way, and that's what you're focused on. No, it's my trauma. You can't tell. All right, so what are you doing about your trauma now? Now you have this trauma. What are you going to do about it? Like, you can't just sit there and wallow in that. Like, there has to be something done.
It's all about perspective.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. I had an issue recently because we had different view and perspectives, and they thought they was right, and I thought I was right. And the person from the outside looking in, they saw who was right. They didn't want to say it in front of everybody because the tensions was high at the moment.
You know what I think it.
I'm sorry, but I'm dead ass. Like
no,
I feel
seriously.
like
I know you.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, like people pull them cars and they know they can get away with it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I also don't want to disappoint people. My mom's like, yo, Jay, why you letting them get to you like that? And
it's accountability. I think it
Exactly.
is. People don't want to be accountable, so they'll find an excuse
and
and
the lack
they'll
of
use
self-awareness.
things correct. So they don't want to be like, hey, I messed up. I did something wrong in this situation too. You know what I mean? There are certain situations where there was nothing. You were abused as a child. That's not your fault. Get it? Completely understand. But there are certain situations you put yourself in that this is why it's like that. So
Correct.
now you have to figure out how to not do. You can't blame everybody else.
But people don't like to hold themselves accountable.
Because the victim mentality.
And then
when you're a victim all the time, it's never your fault.
Yeah.
correct.
And if you say somebody's a victim, or you're saying they kind of created a situation, you're blaming the victim now. You're shaming the victim. You're victim blaming.
Like, okay, I'm going a little rant.
No, go ahead,
'Cause
rant.
I don't like when people get online or do whatever and blame their parents for every little thing
Yeah, that's
wrong
not
in their
that-
life.
yeah.
Yes,
That
nigga.
pisses me
I hate
off.
that shit.
Oh, my mother was a terrible mom because she didn't do this and she didn't love me the way she was. And your mom did the best she could. Now,
Yes.
granted, there are some bad moms and there's
Yeah.
some bad dads. We know that. But I don't like how people are blaming their parents because they never did anything with their lives.
And
Correct.
motherfuckers 35 years old telling that shit.
Because I feel
Yes.
like
It's my mama's fault.
at
Nigga,
a
what?
certain
Yeah.
You
feel-
35, my nigga.
Right.
It's like you should, at this point, you should figure
exactly. I feel like at a certain age, you just know that you have to take accountability. And I always say you could either take your past and use it as an excuse to be an asshole, or you can use it to better yourselves.
Yeah.
this out. Yeah. That's a great way to say that.
Yeah.
I said here on one of the shows, on one of the ones we recorded.
One of the shoots.
Yeah, one of the
'Cause
shoots.
everything was
One of the shoots I said, the first time my father told me he loved me I was 28.
Yeah, we posted that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, we did.
Hey,
Kelly wasn't here.
hey, I want to apologize about it real quick though. We did chuckle a little bit because we were like, yo, what? Nigga?
It's okay.
We chuckled a little
It's
bit. I don't want nobody
okay.
thinking that we like bullying
No,
you.
no.
You know,
I didn't
everybody
take
say
it that
people
way.
get- I know you didn't, but online might think it was bullying you.
Oh,
So just
what?
saying,
No,
just
it's
in
okay.
case you felt the way, I'm apologizing
No,
right now.
but I
Just
didn't.
making sure. All right.
I didn't. I said
You
it here.
be
The
showing
first
growth
time
around here.
my dad told me he loved me, I was 28. My parents, I'm not gonna bash my parents, but they
Wait, what'd you say to your dad when he said I love you? What'd you say?
thank you.
Yeah. James, I love you too, nigga. He's
I
like,
was 28, and
But
Thanks.
if she's
Thanks,
never
bro.
heard
I
it,
never heard it.
It's foreign.
and I didn't doubt that my father ever loved me growing up, but I never heard it. And he wasn't like a father who would like hug me or kiss me and my sister, or like he wasn't like that. My dad's way of showing affection was like wrestling moves on us.
Damn.
So yeah, he
Hold
treated
up.
us like boys.
suplexes and shit?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wait,
But
wait.
anyways, the
How,
point
wait,
is,
at what age was this going on at?
since I can remember.
So until when did it stop?
It hasn't.
Like, no, my dad still sees me and
No,
he'll
no.
like,
He still suplex your ass?
no, he don't do that
Oh,
no
my
more.
God,
But
strong nigga,
he'll
boy.
kind of like put me like in a headlock
Power
and
of
stuff.
head
Like,
Head like
but
a sponge.
anyways, but the point is, I knew that growing up, I needed love. I never felt loved. That's why I took so much in certain situations that I was in. Granted, at some point in my life, I made these decisions. I picked wrong people, wrong partners.
At least you can say that.
Yeah, but I craved love so bad. So I've never allowed any of my children
So you was drowning at one point.
Yeah, I've never allowed any of my children to wonder, does my mom love me? All of my kids, I'm super affectionate with all of my kids. My son will be 18 on Thursday. That boy will still hug me, kiss me in front of anybody. Tell
Thursday?
me how much. Yeah. Tell me how much he loves me. all of that. Like, no. So at some point you can't use your past as an excuse.
Exactly.
I agree. Like, you know, it's funny, and it goes back to also like just accountability in general. Like, I was watching, Cam did another interview, Cam Newton. No, but he did it with Alanya Van Dant, whatever her name.
Her?
Yeah.
That's recently.
Recently, it just happened.
He on the trend then.
She did a clip, and I thought it was super dope. She said, "I wasn't the best mother to my kids." She said, "I was the best dad." And she hit the camera like, whoa, we got to unpack this. Because he was like, that's a crazy statement. She's like, and this is what I mean by it. She said, I wasn't a good mom because I didn't have time to nurture. I was a single mom. I had 3 kids. So she said, I protected them and I provided for them. But I wasn't nurturing. She's like, I can admit that. I wasn't loving you. I wasn't fixing your boo-boos. I wasn't hugging you. I wasn't. She's like, that made me not a good mom. But she said,
I got to ask a question to her, though. Like, so she's telling us that that's men's job is to do what now?
Protect and provide.
Protect and provide. Okay. Just highlight that for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
And that's a different topic because I think I think the protect goes a little deeper than physical protection.
Yeah, for sure.
With the dad. And I think some men get stuck on the I have to physically protect you and that's it.
Oh, no men. Some men don't. Actually, it's not just physical. It's about mental shit too. I think people they just miss the point.
That's what I'm saying.
They think they're being overprotective when they saying, I don't want my daughter around this dude over here because we know what the dude want. At 15, 16, we know the dude's hormones is raging. I'm supposed to take my daughter out for the next how many hours, nigga? That's enough hours to get a movie and having sex.
Not to go on a
side. Don't want to hear that shit.
No, they don't.
Exactly.
And like based on what you just said just now, like, do you remember the Nickelodeon doc that came out with the kids?
I haven't watched
it.
I heard about it. I never watched it.
Drake Bell, who did the Drake and Josh show, right? His dad was on there, and his dad was his manager, and he knew that all the and weirdos. Well, he didn't know they were all pedophiles at the time, but he knew they were weirdos, and he was always with his son. He's like, no, they're not going to be around my son. You're not hanging around them. Like, if I'm not there, you not there.
And the parties and stuff.
And all the parties. He said, no, you can't have no parties with my son.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah. So then he goes But all the little producers and weirdos were in their ear talking about, no, your dad's hindering your career. He's messing it up.
Because he wanted his son to get toe up?
Yeah. So then he convinced Drake to have his mom have custody of him. And he's like, talk to your mom. So they went to court. Mom had him. So the dad goes, make sure you protect him. Like, I'm not there now. I'm not physically, legally. And she didn't.
She didn't listen.
And that's when he first got assaulted. Is when mom took over and was like, they were like, oh, we'll drive him to the auditions, and mom's like, oh, cool, go ahead.
And even trips trips that were like a few nights away. It was like, oh no, we'll take him. He'll stay in the same room as me. Okay, cool.
Wait a minute.
Are you slow?
He's 15. And you letting this random guy that you don't know take your kid.
That was hard to watch because the dad was like
sobbing.
And he was like, I knew it from the beginning, and I tried to protect him, and she just took over, and she did not. Yeah, she could apologize all she wants now. Damage is done.
Damage is done.
He already got brutalized.
Yeah, didn't the other one, Josh, come out recently talking about
he was all high?
All types of drugs and shit.
He came out talking about it after that premiered because this is the first time that.
It's probably because he's off that damn contract and off the NDAs right now.
Well, this is the first time that the other one was publicly speaking about his abuse. He had never spoken about it before.
Because he was a minor, and all the court documents, he was anonymous.
Correct. Nobody knew who
Nobody knew it was him.
Except for the people who actually went to the court hearing.
Right.
And they all sided with the other guy.
Yeah.
Which he said it was so hard for him to digest because he's like, I looked up to these people and they were testifying against what I was saying.
Of course.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
They want the bad.
So going back to like a dad's job is deeper. The protection is a little deeper than just the surface level stuff people talk about.
What's crazy is like nobody wants to say a good father is going to put that work in. The man's always the victim in the situation, but never seen as a victim. I know a couple fathers I know that like personally that get like bashed by their wife because they still just hurt, or ex-wife because they hurt, or ex-situation because they hurt. He been called all kind of shit. But he's still providing for all his kids, despite what the fucking mothers are saying. In hindsight, you was a little reckless with the dick, though. a lack of dick discipline. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you nutting all these people or whatever. But in the day, you still provide for your kid. I understand you providing for him. They try to show him as this terrible human being that's out here just fucking off and doing wild shit. In reality, he's trying to provide and trying to reach out, and you're kind of blocking that.
Yeah.
And then things are happening to your kids. And then you're blaming, because I ain't no dad around. Like, no, he's trying to be around, but you're blocking that.
Like I said, a man, I feel like, can be a great dad and a bad partner.
Yeah.
So
I said
if
the same
he's
thing
a
couple
good
pods ago.
dad, let him be a dad. Even if he's not a good partner, you don't have to be with him, but let him be a dad.
Exactly.
So remember, I think we recorded. I think we posted this already. We was talking about no, we didn't post it yet. I'm posting soon though. It's posting like probably on Friday. I was saying like, no, we did post it. We were talking about the whole shit about when I wanted to marry somebody but having a kid with them. I said you can be a good mother but not a good partner.
Right, you did say that.
So at the end of the day, if I know we're not gonna work out, why would I sit here and try to be your ass? But I know you're a good mother.
Right.
If I fucked up and had a certain kid with somebody, I'm like, okay, we can be straight because the kid can be straight. We can be straight. She's a good parent. I'm a good parent. But if I know you're a terrible ass partner, I'm not gonna marry you and bring a kid up in a hostile environment.
Yep.
But people were questioning why like so and so didn't marry so and so but had kids with her. They're not compatible as a relationship. They're compatible as parent. Right. They could figure, and it's broken home for sure.
Yeah.
The home is broken.
Yeah.
But if y'all live in the same city or the same neighborhood, the kid won't miss either one of y'all. But it's probably not gonna happen.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
and I think there's also a difference between intentionally and not to go back to an old topic, but to try with that partner and it doesn't work and y'all split up. It is what it is. Yeah. But to purposely just be like, yo, I'm just gonna have a kid with her. Just have a kid.
I don't think this applies to the
kid. Like if you're like, yo, I'm with this girl, we had a baby, it didn't work. I'm not there. It is what it is.
That's
but being like, yo, let me just have a baby with this person. Let me have a baby just for fun. That's kind of crazy.
That's another topic. I know. I realized recently, not recently, but a couple years ago, I was in a training for my job at the time about like the effects divorce has on the kids. And I didn't realize a lot of things that happened to me or that I did in the past were affected by the divorce of my parents. So I thought that I was just tripping. Like, as I get older, I'm like, yo, I was tripping. Like, I was just being a bitch. And I realized, like, in this training, I'm hearing this shit and they're saying, yo, normally when parents divorce at a certain age for certain kids, this happens, or this happens. And I looked at it, I'm like, damn, all this happened to me. So I'm like, I just dealt with something that I didn't know I was dealing with. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, everything in this category put me in a fucking like in a circle. Like you think it's gonna be one of those things. Like all them shits apply to me. I'm like that's a little fucked up. I got a little emotional about it. I'm like, damn, it's a little wild. I said, yeah, I appreciate that because I always thought I was crazy back then, and now I realized what the trigger was for my behaviors at that time.
You want to hear something wild? All right, so and I know we're gonna wrap up soon, but. Like I always grew up with my dad. My dad was always around. Even when he worked, I just always saw him. But like when Kyle got a job where he traveled a lot, he was hardly like home for a good while. Like he was always in another state. He was gone for months at a time, whatever. I didn't realize the effect it had on my sons until it manifested. Caden couldn't sleep at night. He's like, I heard something outside. Now I'm out there with the dog and the gun. Like, what's outside?
Wait, which gun was it, nigga?
No, to blow somebody away. I'm like, yo, Caden, there's nothing out there. Oh, okay. I'm like, all right. So he wouldn't sleep. He just wasn't sleeping. Then it's like Carter acting up at school. His teacher's just like, oh, Carter's not focusing. He's not doing whatever. And then it's like I would get an email and it'd be like, oh, Carter's really good today. He said his dad's coming home this weekend. And so, we had a good week this week. So now
that's the trigger that you like, that's what the problem is.
I was like, yo, Kyle, we gotta have a conversation. Like, I know you making good money. I know you traveling. I'm like, but the kids, like,
the kids are suffering, little kids.
The kids are suffering now because they're not used to you not being there. You've been there since they were born.
That's something people don't really talk about until it's too late.
Yeah.
Damn, so that's a heavy topic. We gotta get shit. I get a notepad out here and start writing shit down.
I'm telling you.
Be on it though.
Do we got time to say one more thing?
Huh?
They got time to say one more thing?
Yeah. On the main can. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Anyways, the last thing I wanted to say was back to, I guess, what you were saying before about having the past experiences, just something that or was that you that said that? I can't remember now.
It might have been both of us.
The past experiences teaching you, or you can either learn from them or, have them hold you back. And I was like, I've been saying that for the longest time, that being around my dad really taught me like how I don't want to be as a parent.
Yeah, do it, nigga.
Yeah, it was like shit. Like, there's a whole lot of stuff you gotta take care of Yeah, that's
Yeah, you kind of like make a note, but okay, do the opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
There's been things, you know. Yeah, there's been things I was like, yeah, you know what I would do differently as a parent than my dad did when I was younger.
Yeah,
I do see that like my dad now is raising kids and them and with his wife now, and they're together still. They're raising my 2 younger brothers.
Yeah,
and it seems to be a positive thing.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I think there's issues that my little brother won't have because he's there. So
that's another topic. How the older kids, if there's a gap between kids, how the older kids get a different parent than the younger kids.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
That's
definitely a topic. We're going write that down in your notes. Right. But before we shut this thing down, here we are again with
Kelly,
Emmy,
Akeem,
and this is Jeff. Akeem dropped my coaster, man. Akeem dropped my coaster, man. These coasters I bought these in 2018. Yeah, I hear you. I bought it on 2018. They're still going strong.
I'm buying Jeff coasters for Christmas.
So no, you don't get to buy.
the candle again.
Yo, Caitlin made these joints, the Moon Shop.
Oh, shout out to.
Yeah, shameless plug, real quick. Yeah, unpaid plug. You know, I bought these coasters like in 2018. They're still going strong. So.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
My bad. There was no shade.
Yeah, no shade. Yeah, that's why I picked up and showed you. It's shit's still going strong to this day.
To this day.
Again. Right. Like, follow, subscribe, share this shit.
Comment. Notifications.
Notifications, subscribe. Yeah. Tell your homies to tell a homie.
Go to therapy.
Yeah, and definitely go to therapy. We out of here.
Peace.
There we go. Peace for your boy. That was good when y'all or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kelly, I like your nails so much. I just do. I'm in love with the